Welcome everyone. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading, pick a pal really, or pick a reading is how I look at them. Like I feel like each pal is a reading on its own. So, we can say pick a card, but it's really picking a reading. This is going to relate to love. I was thinking, what should I do it on? Relationships or new love or old love? Those are waiting for. Maybe there's someone like in your heart that you are waiting or wishing to come back. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave it open and allow each reading to tell you what you need to know. So that's what we're going to do. This is going to be about love. All kinds of love, and again, you're just going to pick a pal. Normally I would have the cards already shuffled, and they are shuffled, but I'd have them already laid out. But I know a lot of people prefer that I do it live, like do it with you here. So that's what I'm going to do. We're going to use 3 different decks: the Tarot Dreams, the Good Tarot, and the Light Seers Tarot. By the way, excuse my fingernails. I have gel polish off, and when it comes off, it just comes off on a hole. In both my thumbnails, the polish came off. It takes forever to dry, so I thought, I'm just going to go ahead and do the reading. You guys won't care. So anyways, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and begin the process. And while I'm doing that, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Archangel Guidance, also known as Sandy. Or Sandy, also known as Archangel Guidance. My channel was hijacked. Many of my subscribers are finding me. I'm on my daughter's channel, Jenny Love Tarot. And yeah, I just thank you for those who are subscribed to Jen. Thank you for accepting me in. And to my subscribers, thank you for finding me. So yeah, and I guess a lot of people have reached out and is there any way you can help me? I honestly, I never ask for this, but I would say the best way you can help me right now is to send a donation if you can afford a donation. Jen's channel is not monetized, mine was. So I put all the information below, you'll see Jen's PayPal, you'll see my PayPal below her. So that is the best way you can help me. And I don't even like asking that. And of course, that's only if you can. If you can't, do not worry about it. That's not why I do this. I think we just got our first card. I was going to say, or you can watch the ads, but we don't have ads on this channel. All right. Okay. Looks like we're going to take 2 of the... Oh. Put that one back. We're going to take 2 of the Tarot Dreams. And let's bring in the Good Tarot. I did a nice mix of cards today. The Tarot Dreams I feel is like a very grounded type energy. I really like it with earth signs. The Good Tarot, I really like it with water signs. The Light Seers, I like it with everyone. And then we're going to clarify with the Gilded Tarot. Same thing. Those I love for everyone. Let's go ahead and give them a cut. This is a type of reading where you really want to trust your intuition. Whether you choose 1, 2, or 3. First number that comes to you. However, sometimes, more often than not, for some, more than one will resonate. And I often feel like in the long run, they make one big long reading. So, we shall see. I try not to look at them before. I like to be surprised as you. Okay. All right. Good tarot. And let's bring in the light seers. So I think we have 4 cards. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4 actually. Let's put the good tarot below because it's larger. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I want to take 2 of the light seers. So we have a nice even spread for each reading. Again, this is about love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. All right. All right, so let me just get everything situated. And I want you just to think about pile 1, or I want you to think reading 1, reading 2, or reading 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin. And again, I don't know what's here. It's the way I like it. So let's move these aside. So we're going to start with reading number 1. Okay, well, with the 5 of Swords. Let's bring this down a little bit. Hello, Ace of Cups. Coming after that 5 of Swords, kind of interesting. 5 of Swords, you know, first of all, 5 speaks change. I want you to consider a change. What type of change in that 5 of Swords? You want to look around, you know, who's toxic to me? What's toxic to me? Are my thoughts toxic to me? This is about putting that behind you, clearing that energy. And then you move directly into the Ace of Cups. Well, hello, Star. Your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. Also a card of Aquarius, by the way. We have, interesting, the 4 of Wands. That's in reverse. I feel like some of you were married or in a serious connection. You know, the 4 of Wands is a marriage card. And let's say it's not marriage. It doesn't have to be marriage, but it is a commitment. However, because it's in reverse, I feel like this is a commitment that ended, that broke up. Could be a marriage that split. However, you know, with the 5 of Swords above it, it feels like there was a lot of toxicity connected to it. And listen, this may just be like, this is what I have to let go of, because the Ace of Cups would be new. And then the star next to it, it's of your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. You know, you don't even have to know what, like, what's coming in that Ace of Cups. It's some type of fulfillment. It's some type of, well, we're doing love. So, some type of love. Wow. Hello, 6 of Cups. Someone from my past. You know, it's interesting because I don't feel like it's this same person over here. I feel like this is someone new, even though I know them. This can be a, you know, someone I knew as a friend, but when I think about them, puts a little smile on my face. You know, makes me feel good. It's about happy memories. Some of you are reconnecting with someone, and again, I don't feel like it's whoever this connection, whatever broke up here, it just doesn't feel like the same person. Alright, we have the 7 of Swords. Well, that makes sense because the 7 of Swords is mirrored by the 4 of Wands in reverse, mirrored by the marriage card, but in reverse. So the 7 of Swords would say, why this relationship ended. There was some type of untrustworthy energy associated with it, and I don't feel like it was you. I feel like it was someone else, and so it was no longer serving you. This is like the thief in the night type of energy. And listen, it doesn't always mean someone's cheating on me, but it can feel that way. And I feel if it feels that way, it's almost just as bad as it actually happening. So I feel like it's telling us why one thing ended. And listen, I can be a little sad about that. You know, anything that ends can still be difficult. But this is about the blessing that wants to come in, this Ace of Cups. All right, let's bring in the Tarot. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot right away. I don't want to make these too long. You know, I am the queen of long readings. I do like to make them detailed, you know. So let's look at this. We have the Knight of Wands. We have the King of Wands. Interesting. We have the Four of Swords. And then we have the Empress. Now, I find this interesting because I feel like what this is saying, first of all, we have the Four of Swords here. This means that was ever toxic in this energy, even in this relationship, this is healing over that. And to me, that just means I don't want to take that energy moving forward. Interesting, because I feel like someone completely different is coming in. And I like that the Knight of Wands is what's bringing this energy in. Because remember, a knight is going to complete their mission, and normally sent by the king or the queen. Well, here is the king, coming right over the Ace of Cups. Now, showing as a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but you know it does not have to be. This is the king of inspired action. This king moves according to his passion, his desire. Listen, someone may have heard that you have recently split, and now it's like, okay, well, here's my chance. Here's my chance. You know, and it's like the universe is saying, you know, my dear, we want to bring you love, and love is on its way. But we also need you to heal and then to let go of what was, because it won't serve you moving forward. This feels completely different than whatever this was. And then the Empress. Well, the Empress, listen, nurturing, loving, strong, wise. So someone may have been held down for a while, right? You may have been out of it for a while. But the Empress is someone who turns around and really gains the wisdom of all of her experiences. And then she uses it to her benefit. You know, she doesn't, listen, and the Four of Swords is coming first, right? So I feel like it's the healing of the heart. Why? Preparing you for new love. Sometimes we think, that's it. Love is over. That's it for me. And then out of the blue, here comes love. So I love seeing the Empress. Look at the, oh my gosh, look at this. The Two of Cups. Soulmate. Coming right under the Ace of Cups, over the Six of Cups, and under the King. Soulmates. No doubt. Listen, some of you, I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling like there's someone that like I may have been friends with. And it could have been back in the day, and out of the blue, you know, they reach out to me because this is coming towards you. But I feel like in a way, this Four of Swords, this healing period, is really important, was really important. Now, I feel like in a way, like maybe I'm not even completely healed yet before this comes in, because I feel like it's like the last step of my healing. Almost like when this comes in, because it is a soulmate with the Ace of Cups, I find that beautiful. It shows me the difference of what love really is. Like here, you know, I was probably in love, but then you have the Seven of Swords. So in love with someone who couldn't give it back. Let's forget about them though, because this is about Nine of Pentacles. Perfect card to show up over the Seven of Swords. What does this tell me? First of all, it tells me that you have become independent. That means that, you know, let's say this is a marriage, that you left the marriage. Now, it doesn't have to mean a divorce is final or that type of thing, or you left a commitment. But this is becoming strong within oneself. I love that it's mirroring the Emperor or the Empress also, because let's remember the Empress is very creative, and the Empress receives epiphanies, and then she gives birth to these epiphanies. You know, why does she receive these epiphanies? Because her spirit guides know that she's learned, that she's become wise, that she can handle, you know, that she's ready. That type of thing, that she hasn't shut her heart down. Now, maybe I did for a little while, and that's what that Four of Swords is talking about. But this is becoming independent within oneself. This is where I can take care of myself. I don't need someone else to take care of me. I can take care of me. So I do feel like, and then I also feel like, you know, there may have been someone who's ever in this reversal of the Four of Wands who, you know, could have hindered even your creativity or your ability to make money or what have you, but no longer. You know, I feel like this ending feels like the best thing for you, even though I'm sure it was difficult because you did have to heal over it. But that was then, this is now. Nine of Pentacles, mirrored by the Empress. Quite beautiful. Two of Cups over the Six of Cups. Someone in your past is a soulmate. And I feel like, honestly, you don't have to do much, because I feel like it's almost like once news is heard that I'm potentially on the market again, someone quickly wants to move in. Someone quickly does move in. And this is, let me tell you, this is all about love. Holy cow. Soulmates with unconditional love. You know, this is why sometimes we got to realize our past. We've got to let it be the past, because we think, wow, this person didn't love me. How's someone else going to love me? Well, because this person may have been unable to love anyone. You know, Seven of Swords is just energy of like, man, it reminds me of my I was going to say my first husband, but I've only been married once. But, you know, it's just like, why did you even get married if you were just going to cheat? You know what I mean? So I feel like, and then I got to let it go, because I feel like that is when everything starts moving. What a beautiful reading, guys. Now, this King of Wands, again, can be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but it can just mean that this is someone who's coming in that truly inspires you. And listen, I feel like even if I'm still in the healing period, they're okay with that. They're going to help me through the rest of it. Maybe they're going to open my eyes to what love really feels like. Really feels like. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. All right, let's pick these up. And let's start with number 2. Before I do that, though, I do want to give these a nice shuffle, because I want to use the same cards. Okay. They're ready. And I'm ready. All right, number 2. Here we go. We have Justice. Card of Libra. Nine of Cups. Well, what's going on here? I feel like here we go. We had another divorce, another cutting of ties. Right? Because the Nine of Cups, again, singular type energy. But this is someone who has really learned to love the single life. You know what I mean? Like, yes, maybe I want a partner. Because otherwise I don't think you'd be here. But at the same time, it's not like, you know, I kind of feel like it's not that there's things broken with me. Because this is you really appreciating all that you have in the Nine of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles. Well, hello, Two of Cups again over the Nine of Cups. And then look at this, the Nine of Cups again. This is why I don't like to look at them until we're together, because it always blows me away. Every reading blows me away, but maybe that's just me. But let's look at this. Okay, so first of all, I feel like here we're talking about two people who may have gone through similar experiences. I feel like we definitely have a soulmate on the table again. And this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I have one soulmate who may still be in somewhat of a limbo type state. Like, I feel like both needed, you know, like both individually were connected to someone else. I feel like you have cut ties with someone. I don't feel that there's any angst or worry or any of that. I feel more like you're kind of loving your life. You're okay with your life. Again, I do feel like I still want love in it, but I'm still okay. And I feel like because the Eight of Cups is in reverse, there is one out of the two soulmates here who are still going through that. Now, I also love the Page of Pentacles here because it talks about a period of time where you're really learning a lot. This is a very knowledgeable type energy, right? I'm gaining knowledge as I move along this path. You know, almost like I've learned about like karma and karmic ties, because I feel like someone may have been like in a karmic relationship, and now like I feel like you got that, and I do feel like you left. And I feel you feel proud of yourself because of that, and you should. Especially if it was a karmic relationship and you learned from that. Listen, that just means you paid off your karma for eternity. Not just for this lifetime, for eternity. Now, I feel like there, again, the other soulmate is potentially going through the same thing. Hasn't quite left yet, but I feel like they're going to, and I feel like, you know, why? Because I don't feel like there's any joy in their current relationship, whoever they may be connected to. I don't feel like there's joy, or I don't even feel like there's love, especially with the Eight of Cups in reverse. It's almost like, you know, all those cups are turned around, all the love has drained out. But then it moves into that Nine of Cups. So I feel like this is what someone's waiting for, right? This is really, you know, the energy I'm looking for. All right, let's take the Gilded Tarot over that. I forgot I already shuffled them. Let's give them a cut. How interesting. 2 readings, 2 soulmates. Just like that. Alright. Well, we have the 3 Swords and it came in reverse. This is a good card to come in reverse. You know, it just tells me that even karmic relationships, right? Love, no matter what it is, still can break our hearts, but we can heal. We can heal. We can heal. And that's exactly what you did. I love seeing this in reverse. How are you able to do that? Because you learned from this. You learned from it. You saw it for what it was. And you said, I'm not going to allow that to affect my future. All right, let's keep going. We have the Strength card. You know, it's kind of like a little bit of both, but I feel like it's in the upright. Strength card, first of all, can be a card of Leo, or it is a card of Leo. But the Strength card talks about really overcoming the beast within ourselves, finding that balance within ourselves. You know, and I call it the beast. It's probably the wrong word to use, but it's like balance. You know, it's understanding that, listen, we're made of light, and where there is light, there's also dark. Right? So we have both sides to us. That's the human condition. Learning how to, you know, I feel like what it's saying for some of you, it's like, maybe I stayed too long, but then I realize that now. You know, maybe I gave too much, but now I understand that. It's about a new beginning. Allowing yourself to have a new beginning. Strength card's looking right at that Three of Swords. You know, I feel like what a powerful person you have become due to your experiences. And I don't mean power in an egotistical way. I mean in knowing yourself. Because I know myself so well, it'd be really hard for the next person, let's say, whoever's in this Two of Cups, to pull the wool over your eyes. Well, hello, Empress again. So, did you learn? Yes. I like that we have the Page. Now we have the Empress, right? The Page, it could be like, this can even talk about like a younger relationship where maybe I wasn't quite, you know, as mature as I am now. You know, the Empress I feel is mature, and I don't mean age-wise, I just mean experience-wise. Like, you can live a lot of life in a short amount of time, right? You can have a lot of experiences in a little bit of time, and I feel like that's the Empress. That's the Empress. Empress mirrored by that Three of Swords. It's like, you know, almost like if I could go back and talk to this person, I'd be like, you have no idea how far I have come. And, you know, the beauty of being me and appreciating me. Because I feel like someone didn't appreciate you. Someone did break your heart. But in the same breath, you were able to heal it. You know, you need to give yourself a pat on the back when that happens. Like, if nobody else reaches out and says, attaboy, say it to yourself. Your guides are saying it. You know, those who don't know me, I do read through my guides. That's why sometimes the cards, like I'll be talking about a card and it has nothing to do with the meaning of the card. I'm just telling you what's coming to me. Okay, let's keep going. Tell us more about the soulmate. I love that we have soulmate twice in a row. Okay, that's a lot of cards, but I'm going to take them. Alright, we have the King of Pentacles. Can be a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. Let's talk about this king. This king is someone who looks at life from the big picture down. You know, I want to see all sides of a situation. This is someone who's normally in the upright, stable, loyal, dependable. And that you can depend on. This could be the younger version of someone, this page. We have the Ace of Wands. Wow. We have the Hierophant card of Taurus. It is mirrored by, so far, the King over here. So for some of you, potentially. But that's about your belief system. So 5. You know, it's interesting because I feel like, listen, you're one of these two people. You're either still in a relationship that you do want out of, and I feel like you will leave it eventually, or it's the other way around. You've already left one, and you've come far, baby. Like, you've come far. You're living your true life now. Like, you're allowing true experiences to come to you. Again, don't forget the Empress is always receiving signs. Always receiving signs. And I love that it's connected to the Hierophant, because that is of the light. Now I feel like someone else just needs to, you know, get back into their truth. All right. Well, we have the 5 of Pentacles, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles, not the easiest energy. You know, it's interesting because I have a feeling this other person is the King over here. And again, it doesn't matter their sign. And I feel like one of the reasons why it could take me longer to leave a situation, a relationship, or even a marriage, it may have to relate to material goods, like a house, a car, money. You know, like, do I want to give that up? But I feel like eventually they're going to come to that realization that, you know, I have to be willing to take a loss. But that doesn't mean I won't gain it again, just in a different way. And I feel like that's what the 5 of Pentacles is representing. But I do feel like this person's going to make that move. You know what I love about the 5 of Pentacles? You know, it is a difficult energy. It's like feeling thrown out into the cold. But in the same time, I feel like when I'm in this energy, I start moving, or let me put it a different way, like people just out of the blue just seem to find me and help me in some way, help to direct me, or let's say I lost a job, you know, tell me about a new job. It's like soulmates. They're soulmates that come into your life, some just for a moment. But one, I feel like, is probably going to be forever, because then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Well, to me, the Knight of Pentacles is your guardian angel, and it's bringing in a pentacle. And in this pentacle, this is something to use in your physical world. This is something that's tangible. Someone. We already know it's a soulmate. We already know what the Knight is bringing. Not just you, but this person too, right? Both people. How interesting that divine has its hand in this. Knight of Pentacles, you know, it's a lesson of patience, because the right time will be the right time. And, you know, what I can do, maybe just to help my situation, is to vibrate at the Empress's energy. Because if I'm vibrating at that energy, again, that means I'm still loving, I'm still nurturing, but I am also strong, I am wise, I have learned a lot. My energy is, you know, there are no walls. I let my energy determine what's good and what's not good. Again, the Empress follows the signs, gives birth to them, right? So I feel like the right time, well, we already know what the right time is. It's when this other person makes the same move that I feel like you made. You know, it's interesting because both readings so far are showing the similarities between the two. Ace of Wands over that 2 of Cups. What's that tell me? That tells me that it's coming towards you, because you're the one who needs to reach out and grab that ace. But I feel like you do. I feel like you do. And just like the first reading, it's like, you know, there were things that had to be overcome. One of you have overcome them, and the other one is on their way. is on their way. And I feel like with your guardian angel here, like you can let go of control of this, like how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and just trust that it'll happen in the right time. That's what this night is all about, the right time. The right time. Okay, all right, let's keep going. Interesting. Let's see what we get for the third. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Number 3. We'll shuffle those after we. Okay. We have temptation. This is the devil. Card of Capricorn. Temptation. We have the Page of Pentacles again. Interesting how the third card, I think it's the third card, keeps coming out reversed. Like we have one card that always comes out in reverse. So now we have the Hermit. Could be a card of Virgo. We have the Palace of Wands. We have the Four Swords again. And then we have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands under this Hermit. You know, right off the bat, I feel like someone may have promised me this palace, but it didn't turn out that way. You know, like tempted me, but it didn't turn out the way I'd hoped. Because again, the Four Swords, the healing over the past. Page of Pentacles right above it. Not just healing, but the learning of it. The knowledge I can gain from it. Interesting, because I feel like the Hermit's in reverse, especially because it's mirrored by the devil. This is about your spirituality, right? This is asking those big questions. This can talk about going through the dark night of the soul. Some of you, that may be where you're at right now, and you still feel that darkness. You know, the Hermit is seeking wisdom. And the Hermit is seeking light. But the Hermit realizes through this reflection is that the Hermit is the light. That the Hermit carries the light. So I feel like there may have been someone who, you know, I feel like just kind of tried to sway you, like sway you their way, but it doesn't feel good. You know what I mean? Like it could have been alluring. Don't get me wrong, it could have been alluring, but it feels like what does, you know, when I'm in that energy, when I was in that energy, what did it do? Well, it seemed to take away the true me. Almost like I had to live someone else's life. So, the Ace of Wands underneath this Hermit, though, I feel like it just flips that Hermit right around. Now, I know for some of you, this could mean a Virgo. Funny how we have all earth on the top line. And almost all fire on the second line. Alright, let's bring in the Gilded Tarot. Let's give them a couple shuffles. And let's go deeper. See if we get the Two of Cups again. Someone's out there riding a bike. Give him a cut. And let's start at the Devil's energy. Look at that. You know, the Tower flipped itself around in the deck, and what's interesting is I noticed the Tower at the bottom of the deck, so it had moved from the bottom of the deck to the very first card, coming over the Devil's energy, though. I don't think that's a bad thing. Listen, it could have been difficult to deal with. You know, a Tower is never easy. It feels destructive, but it is a temporary energy. And sometimes I feel like the Tower is doing you a favor. It's helping you to move from energy. Because again, I feel like almost like I was living someone else's life. I wasn't living my authentic life. I wasn't being my authentic self. But I feel like I was lured into that. Tower. I'm kind of happy to see the Tower, to be honest. It's like someone's like, baby, come with me and I'll bring you to the Page of Wands. I'll bring you to the Palace of Wands, but that doesn't happen. We have the Hangman coming over the Page of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. And then we have the Two of Wands. Okay, so 3 readings, 3 Four of Swords. All about healing, right? Healing of the past. You know, whatever existed in the past, the best thing I can do is learn from it and then let it be. Let it go. Now, these did come in reverse. And it is coming over the Hermit, which was in reverse. And then the Hangman putting a pause on the action, right? So I feel like for some of you, this is a time period where, you know, maybe you're not completely healed yet. You know, maybe you wouldn't be perfect in a relationship yet. But that doesn't mean it's not coming your way. It just means that, you know, for this moment, you know, and can I speed up the energy? Yeah. Yeah, you can speed up the energy, because the more you understand these past Towers, and even like my part in them, and sometimes that just means I stayed too long. I stayed at the party too long. Last call. But now I know that. Now I know that. And listen, I don't mean it. I'm not saying you stay in every relationship, but like this one feels like, you know, almost like you were lured into it with promises that were never fulfilled. So I feel like, you know, this is just a period of allowing oneself to heal, understand, and learn. You know, and sometimes, like, you know, some of us want to fix everyone, and we can't. Like, some people, they have to fix themselves. And if they don't want to fix themselves, then they're not for us. And that's what we have to learn. Like, we have control over us, but we can't control them. And do I want to control someone? Like, you know, if I have to try to control them to get them to love me, is that truly what I want? I don't think so. So I feel like there's just a little bit of a pause in your love life. But let's keep going. Wow. I feel like maybe it's starting to change now, because we go from the Two of Wands into the Three of Wands. First of all, Three of Wands is the way you're looking at life. You know, yes, this person did not give you the palace like they promised, but that doesn't mean you can't get it for yourself. Doesn't mean you won't have it with someone else. And you know, and if you're going to have it with someone else, it will really be the palace. You know, it's not an illusionary promise. It's the truth. Three of Wands is, you know, it's just knowing my ships are going to come in when they're meant to come in. And in the meantime, I'm going to be proactive in my life. I'm going to take a step forward. Come on. Look at that. Two of Cups again. And how interesting that the Two of Cups is falling in the same placement, I believe, for each reading. Two Cups over that Four of Swords. The Hangman's above that. So yes, it's, may not be immediate, but here it is. Look at that, the Devil. So, Capricorn, potentially. The Sun. I feel like if it's not a Capricorn, for some of you, and listen, I feel like for some of you it's potentially a Capricorn coming in. But other than that, I want you to forget about the sign. The Sun. Beautiful energy to have when we have two devils on the board. Because the Devil's energy is normally, like, I'd rather be in the dark. That's where I'm comfortable. But the Sun is complete illumination. What that's telling you, I feel like it's your guides trying to give you a feeling of safety as it relates to moving forward with your life. The Sun means that no one can cast a shadow without you seeing it. Right? There's nowhere for shadows to hide when the sun is out. The Sun is about a brand new day, a brand new you. Like it's living through your inner child. Coming into that Three of Wands, which is kind of beautiful. Also card Leo, by the way. And then we have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is about the reflection. Interesting, because then here's the Ace of Wands. It's almost like first I reflect. The Nine of Wands talks about your responsibility, like within the last cycle of your life. And it's not, there's no judgment. Like I should not judge myself like, boy, was I stupid. No. Sometimes we're lured into temptation. But eventually we find the light. Here is the light, right? The Hermit in reverse, seeking the light. Well, here is the light. And by the way, it's illuminating the Two of Cups. So I feel like there's nothing to fear as we move forward in love. You do need to put your toe back in the water. You do. Or let me put it another way. You need to, you don't need to, but let's say that you do want this Two of Cups to come in. Clearly it's saying, well, first, there is a pause, right? And the Hangman is seeking wisdom. That's what the Hangman is doing. He is seeking wisdom, right? Because when he's in reverse, he's an enlightened soul. That's what I'm seeking. And I feel like with the Four of Swords here, underneath the Two of Cups, by all means do I feel like you're going to find it. By the way, the Four of Swords over here also, over the Hermit. I just realized that. And the Four of Swords here with the Two of Cups. And then that Two of Wands. Two of Wands is like the fear is gone. I shouldn't say that because I feel like even something new and exciting, fear can raise its ugly head. But I feel like if I understand my past, then I can very quickly see or feel that fear, and I'll know if it's trying to protect me or if it's just due to the past. Alright, I feel like I want to go a little bit more here. So anyways, I didn't finish this, the Nine of Wands. Anytime you see a 9, I think about anyway, the final reflection back. Nine of Wands, I do want to know my own responsibility within my cycles, what do I need to learn about myself? Again, did I stay at the party too long? The lights come up and it's like the only people left are you and me. But is that a good thing? Alright. We have the Four of Pentacles. And then We have the Page of Swords. You know, it's almost like you are securing your own foundation first and foremost. And then I feel like some type of communication is going to come in. Again, I have a feeling that because we have soulmates in every single reading, and by the way, we're in a universal year 7, which is a very spiritual year. You should research it. I was going to say I did a video, but it's on my other channel, which is gone right now. But when I get it back, I'll share it. But anyway, I don't know what I was going to say. Just left my brain. But I do find it interesting that we have, you know, the soulmate energy in all 3 of these readings. Alright, I want to look at one more thing. So I want to look at this Page of Swords, and I want to know, is this Page of Swords, is this communication? Communication from the person, the other soulmate? Is this some type of communication coming in? I'm asking my guides. Well, hello. Hello, Empress again. Queen of Cups. Can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. 9 of Pentacles again. Interesting. Interesting because I feel like that what this is saying is, again, we have the Empress. Now, we have this 4 of Swords, right? So, again, the reflection, back, the final reflection, so that you can gain the wisdom that you need to move forward in a very balanced way. I feel like some of you have become independent. You know, the 9 of Pentacles, again, is the energy of independence. It's interesting, though, because we do have a double Virgo here. I live with a double Virgo. Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon. That's my guy. That's my guy. But we do have that, so I feel like I have to say that. But this, again, is about being able to take care of you. Mirrored by the Empress over here. Some of you have really moved into a creative type of lifestyle, and you may be finding, like, you know, real abundance in that. And it doesn't always have to mean, like, you know, abundance as in I'm becoming rich. No, but your life is becoming rich. And then the Queen of Cups to me would be the perfect energy of someone who wants love, appreciates love. Queen of Cups, King of Cups is someone who, you know, prefers to live life with that special partner. Doesn't mean everyone's going to work out, right? We just got to know that. Like, not everyone's going to work out. But they've taught us, and we've taught them. And if they want to learn from us, that was great. If they didn't, so be it. But we learned. And that's all Divine is asking, that you learn. You know, and also learn not to put blame on yourself. You know, it's like, I don't know, it reminds me of a Mother Mary card where you're asking for forgiveness for the things that you think you have done. Independent nature. And I feel like that's when everything starts moving toward you. Again, I love that the sun is here because this is complete illumination. I have to tell you, I feel like if anybody comes in and they are untrustworthy, you're going to know it. There's no way you're not going to know it. But I don't feel that. I don't feel that. But if that would happen. Sun. Illuminating 2 of Cups. Now illuminating the Empress. And the 3 of Wands. You know, this is someone who has really learned to live within their own truth. And because of that, they raise their own vibration. And I want you to think about the law of attraction. You know, wherever my vibration is at is what's going to vibrate back to me. Now, if I'm looking for love, or I'm open, let's just say, maybe I'm not looking, but I'm open to it. I do want to think about my own vibration. I do want to think about, what am I hanging on to, like energy of the past that really has no purpose in my present. And I'm saying that because the Empress would understand that. And the Empress would be like, no, I'm not going to allow myself to become hard and cold because of them, because of that tower. I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to grow from it. And I'm going to become the best me I can become. And my God, when that happens, what vibrates back to you is pretty amazing. First of all, we already know it's a soulmate. All 3 readings have soulmates. I know what I was saying. Universal Year 7 is a very spiritual year. This is a year where we are asking, is there more? Is there more? Is there more out there? This is also a year where it's really important to trust your own intuition. This is where you're going to find your answers, always, but especially this year. Last year was Universal Year 6, and I feel like that's when a lot of twin flames reconnected or connected. This year, I feel like it's about soulmates. Now, I love soulmate energy because I just feel like it's just going to be beautiful. It's just going to be beautiful. All right, I'm going to leave it be. I thank you guys. I love you guys. I thank you for accepting me on Jen's channel. Another way you can help me, let's say you can't do a donation or something, share the video. Just help build up Jen's channel. That would be so appreciated. I would appreciate that, and I know Jen would appreciate that. Now, that's only if you want to. There's no tie to anything here. This is free. This is free because I want you to have these free. But if you do want to help, those are the ways right now that I could definitely use it. Anyway, I love you guys. I thank you. And I'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.